Before we go to the actual session, I would like to talk about new batches launched today, 27 January. Quick look at these batches. Selection in SSC CGL, selection in SSC CGL and CHSL, SSC CHSL batch, CPO batch. Then we have complete batch on general studies, foundation batch SSC MTS, target SSC stenographer complete batch, Delhi Police Constable complete batch, and Republic Day special. Today is the last day. 6 months free extension available, applicable on 1 year and above plus subscriptions. And do remember to use my referral code Murthy10. Good evening, Chauhan. And two iconic features. One is raise hand, the other one ask a doubt. You all know, I have been telling you guys. And test series, many of these are free. You don't have to pay. Raise hand feature. And this is something very important. It is on 30th January, 12 noon. Based on previous year's questions, SSC Mega Combat. You should answer 60 questions in 60 minutes. You can win all these 500 lucky participants to win amazing rewards. You can take in Hindi or English, and you can win scholarship from a pool of 1 crore. And January offers, do remember to use my referral code Murthy10. All set, let's crack it. Now, let us go to our session. But before that, give me a second or a few seconds. Yes, I have just talked about this. And do remember, SSC Mega Combat is back 30th January, 12 noon. And these can be yours. Again, when it comes to this particular combat, get lucky. Attend 10 questions and have a chance to win rewards like never before. Your first mobile is on us. 4 lakh test takers, 25,000 winners. And you don't lose anything if you take this combat. All that you have to do, January 30th, 12 noon, answer 60 questions in 60 minutes. That's it. And if you get a good rank, you will be happy. And do remember to use Murthy10, my referral code. Today I have brought a lot of questions based on error location, sentence improvement, and fillers. To answer fillers, you need 2 or 3 skills related to vocabulary, a knowledge related to vocabulary, grammar, contextual awareness. And when it comes to error location, sentence improvement, to a great extent, your knowledge related to or based on grammar, you will be able to answer. Good evening to all of you. So please have a look at question number 1 and try to spot the error. I'm sorry, late by 2 minutes. Technical glitch. Hope you will understand. We have discussing all the known mechanisms of physical growth. Here, imagine there is something like the time phrase. Then definitely you have to use we have been discussing. Do you see the time phrase here? You don't see the time phrase like since so and so time, for the last 2 hours, for the last 3 hours. Based on that, here we cannot use present perfect continuous. You have to use present perfect. Based on that, where is the error? We have discussed. It talks about a past action where time is not important, action is important. We have discussed all the known mechanisms of physical growth and full stop. Here you have to recollect an important rule. What is that? Common error, a lot of people say, we have discussed about, is this right or wrong? It is wrong. You should not use the word about after discuss. It's a common error. That is one thing you have to recollect. And also, in this context, you have to recollect other verbs which don't take a preposition and they go with common errors. Order for, again, wrong. Stress on, wrong. Inform to, again, not correct. Attack against, not correct. All these you have to recollect and consolidate your knowledge. Let us go to question number 2. There are so many filth all around the place. First, you have to know the meaning of the word filth. That is a noun form, and filthy is a adjective form, filthy. And filth noun, what does it mean? Dirt. Dirt, huh? No one has answered. How come? No, no. There are so many. Oh, R is there. You got to read carefully. You cannot say there are so much filth. That is not correct. Here there is a plural verb. No, you cannot use much. Much is not correct. I think Chauhan has got it right. Here we have a plural verb. There are so many. Filth all around the place. But if you look at the phrase all around the place, it goes with dirt usually. Based on that, there is an error in the first part. And appropriate expression, I would say, you can say there are many faiths, but here it goes with filth. There is so much filth. There is so much filth all around the place. Where is the error? No, Bharat. Error goes with the first part. But what is the correct expression? There are so many faiths all around the place. We don't say that. Chauhan, grammatically, what you have said is right. Shivam. But that's what I'm explaining. Here, let me write. There is so much filth means what? Dirt. When you look around, you see a lot of dirt. Then what do you say? There is so much filth or there is so much dirt all around the place. Nothing wrong with this. It talks about a dirty place. You can also take this particular sentence. There are so many faiths all around the place, but it doesn't sound practical. Grammatically, it is correct. It is not practical, not acceptable. I hope you got the difference. Here it talks about the place, and based on that, we have to say there is so much filth, means what? Dirt. In this context, you should also recollect the idiomatic expression filthy rich. Filthy rich means what? Very rich. A different meaning altogether. There's another expression. You should recollect that also. Stinking rich also means the same. Very rich. Yes. Here, the correct answer, there is so much filth all around the place. That is contextually, grammatically correct. Please go to question number 3. This is easy. A great many students have been declared successful. A great many, that is a phrase. You have to decide whether you have to use a singular noun or a plural noun. Yes, Shivam has got it right. No, no, nothing wrong with the verb. A great many student, we have to use a noun in the plural form. A great many students means a lot of students have been declared successful. There is an error in the first part. Student is not correct. Here we have to use a plural noun. A great many students. But in this context, you have to recollect if you take the phrase many then we have to use a singular verb and a singular noun. Many a student has been successful. Is this sentence right or wrong? Many a student has been successful. Correct or incorrect? Many a singular. Very good. Who is this? Twinkle Singh. Many a takes a singular noun, singular verb. So sentence is correct. Many a student has singular, singular. But here, what is the phrase? A great many. That we have to use a plural noun. A great many students. Very good. I appreciate your response. We are going to launch this 3 crores project within the next few months. This is also an easy one. One reading, you should be able to spot the error. See, when we say important questions or previous year's questions, here don't focus on the example, focus on the rule, focus on the context. Based on the rule, they may change the context, they may give a new question in the exam. A rule behind is very important. We are going to launch, nothing wrong. Project is a noun. Before that, you have to use an adjective. Can you use adjectives in the plural form? No. So it is not 3 crores. It should be 3 crore project. 3 crore project. Then it is correct. We cannot use adjectives in the plural form. Whatever comes before a noun, usually it is an adjective that cannot be used in the plural form. This is a good question. I hope to go to shopping this weekend if the weather permits. I hope to go to shopping. Is that right or wrong? This weekend, if the weather permits. Pavani says first part, Bhagyalakshmi also first part. But do write what the correct expression is. That will help you guys in the long run. Don't simply write fifth question, first part wrong. No doubt you know where the error is, that's a good thing. But if you write the correct expression, that will help in the long run. Here, I hope to go, you don't have to use a preposition to. I hope to go shopping. I hope to go shopping. I will write one more sentence. I am going shopping. Answer my question. Is this sentence right or wrong? Second one. First one is correct. I hope to go shopping. I'm going shopping. Is that right or wrong? Please answer my question. I hope to go fishing. I'm going fishing. I'm going skating. Oh, Kaushal says it is wrong. Anyone else? Bhagyalakshmi also. Oh, so many students. You'll be surprised to know it is correct. Nothing wrong with that. No, no. I hope to go shopping. I'm going to go shopping. Meaning is different. I'm going shopping. Nothing wrong with that. Generally, we don't use this pattern in our country. But if you take Americans, Britishers, they are the native speakers. Native speakers use this. Nothing wrong with this. A typical Indian thinks, I'm going shopping. Going shopping, something is wrong. Nothing is wrong. I hope to go shopping is correct. And usually they use, when it comes to shopping, skating, skiing, fishing, they use this pattern. I'm going fishing. I'm going skating. We are not aware of this pattern. Just because we are not aware, it doesn't mean it is wrong. Do remember that. Perfect, absolutely no problem. I'm going shopping. It is absolutely no problem with that sentence. Contextually, grammatically. Okay, sir. Please move on to the next one. After a carefully investigation, you don't have to go beyond. You got to be very smart when it comes to the time factor. Every second matters. So after a carefully investigation, What is the word investigation? Which part of speech is it? Noun. Before a noun, you use an adverb or adjective. You have to use an adjective, but this is an adverb. We cannot use an adverb, so wrong. What is the adjective form of this word? After a careful investigation. Thank you very much. Who is this? Yadav? Sunil. After a careful investigation, perfect. Adjective, noun, perfect combination. We discovered that the house was infested with termites. Infest means to have a lot of something, insects, pests, huge number, large number. Then we use the word infested. It takes a preposition with. Important, please remember the word infested with. Pest, termite, major pest. The future of food companies seems quite secure. This is a tricky one, under pressure, not easy. You got to read very carefully. Question number 7. What is the subject of this sentence? The future of food companies seems quite secure. So, future, third person singular, sentence is in present tense, nothing wrong. The future seems quite secure. Then, where is the error? Owed is not correct. We have to say owing to ever growing, here growing, ever growing demand. Owing to ever growing demand. Owed is not correct. It should be owing to, due to. Talks about the reason. Yes, that is the right one. There is an error in the third part. It is not owed to, owing to. Perfect. Good. You guys got it right. Yes, there is an error in the third part. The vaccine, when hit the Indian market, is dogged by controversy. Dogged by means surrounded by. This is from some newspaper. This expression goes with newspaper English. Very good, Jerry Rawat. First one to respond. Here, the context talks about past context. You may ask, sir, how can you say the context goes into the past? The vaccine, when hit the Indian market, means what? When it hit the Indian market, that goes into the past. Then we cannot use the verb in the present. When it hit, that goes into the past. It was dogged by controversy. It was surrounded by controversy. So, what is this question about? Past tense, past context. We are supposed to use past tense. Every conceivable race and nationality had its share of suffering in the world. Yes, was dogged. Sachin. Hit. That is a clue for you. Surrounded. Pavani. Dogged means surrounded by, dogged by controversy, surrounded by, troubled by. Yes, every conceivable race and nationality had its shared or share. Here, shared is not correct. We have to use share of suffering. Here, share, we have to use a noun form. Share is also a regular verb. Share, shared, shared. It's a regular verb. Here we cannot use a verb form. We have to use a noun. The share. Its share. And this question is based on word forms. In competitive exams, quite often they ask questions related to word forms. Do remember. And being a smart learner, only question answer, that is not being smart. You have to look beyond, and also you have to recollect whatever is related to this question or based on this question. The word share, you should think of one idiom. What is it? He always wants the lion's share. There's one idiom, lion's share. So, what is the meaning? He always demands lion's share. He always wants lion's share. Who said that? There's no word. Major share. Exactly. Please go to question number 10. This is an important one, but I'm sure you can answer. We have got same pattern many a time. Yes, lion's share means the major share, major part of something. If he is a millionaire or if he were a millionaire, here what is a clue for you? Would. That is a clue. And this goes with a condition, hypothetical, in the sense a wish. So we cannot use, though the subject is third person singular, we have to use a primary auxiliary to be in the past form, plural form. If he were, if she were, yes, hypothetical expression. Very good. Shivam. The Prime Minister, this is also an important question. The Prime Minister, along with his cabinet colleagues, have been welcomed by the Chief Minister at a formal ceremony. Under pressure, some of these are a bit tricky. They become difficult. Here, everything is easy, looks easy. Very good. Who is this? Aniket Gupta. First one to respond. A lot of students have got it right. That's very good. Here, the clue for you, along with, whenever we use with, along with, together with, as well as, so many are there, like, unlike, besides, in addition to. I don't want to list out all those, but here, with, along with, together with, as well as, the verb agrees with the first subject. There are two subjects over here: the Prime Minister, subject number one; cabinet colleagues, subject number two. The verb agrees with the first one. So, first one is Prime Minister singular. Then we cannot say have. We have to use a singular verb. The Prime Minister, along with his cabinet colleagues, put in brackets. Then you ask the question: the Prime Minister have or has? Obviously, the answer is has. The Prime Minister has been welcomed. And this question is based on subject verb agreement. If you know the rule, an easy question. You don't know the rule, a tough question. The same procedure also should used for the final assessment. An easy one, a short sentence. The same procedure also should used for the final assessment. Yes, very good. Who is this? Bharat, first one to respond. Yes, here we have to use be used, but actually there's some problem. Usage point of view, the same procedure should also be used. Also should be used. We don't say that. Should also be used is the actual expression. The same procedure should also be used. That sounds better. But here this question is related to passive voice. They should, what is a sentence? See, one more thing I would like to tell you guys. Whenever you come across questions related to active voice, passive voice, direct and indirect, you have to think. Here it is in passive voice, you have to think what it is in active voice. They should follow the same procedure. This is active voice. The same procedure should be followed by them. By them, we don't mention. Understood. And if you can do it, you're ready for the exam. You should know what it is in active voice, what it is in direct speech or indirect. He asked me, when could I finish the work? The clue for you, asked. Question is related to narration and also question. The reporting verb is what? Asked. It is in past. Then you have to recollect the rule. When it comes to questions, there are 5 rules. All the 5 rules you have to recollect. First, said changes to asked. He asked me. If there is a question word, we have to repeat. It has been repeated. And present changes to past. There is a verb in the past. But the most important, interrogative form changes to affirmative form. There is here, then it is not correct. When could I finish? That is a question. When could I finish? When can you finish? We cannot use the interrogative form. What is the correct expression? This is not correct. He asked me when I could finish the work. This is affirmative form. And this is the most important rule. No, Jerry Rawat. Here you cannot use the interrogative form. He asked me when I could finish the work. It has to be in affirmative. Have you got it? You cannot say when could I finish. That is the most important rule, and it goes with common errors. I'll give one more example. She asked me, what was I doing? Is the sentence right or wrong? Exactly, Shivam, you're right. She asked me, what was I doing? Is the sentence right or wrong? Please answer my question. It is wrong. Why is it wrong? What was I doing? Question, interrogative. No, when you change a question from direct to indirect, interrogative form changes to affirmative form. Based on that, she asked me what I was doing. Have you got it? What I was doing. That you can't forget. Very important. Let us go to the next one. Question number 14. The circulation of the Statesman, a publication, is greater than that of any newspaper. This is a little difficult, but degrees of comparison, if your basics are good, you can answer this question. The circulation of the Statesman is greater than that of any newspaper. Very good, Shivam. Here, if you say any newspaper, it includes the Statesman, then it does not make any sense. We have to use the word other, any other newspaper. Here we have to separate the former from the latter. What is the former? The Statesman. Latter, other newspapers, any other newspaper. Very good. The word other makes all the difference. If you say any newspaper, does not make any sense. Everybody, this is a very good question. See if you can get it right. Any other newspapers, we don't use a plural form. Any other newspaper, not papers, singular, not plural, because of the word any. Everybody in the office has left early, haven't they? You cannot use he or she. That's why there's a who is this? Sachin. Sachin has got it right. Answer is no error. Here, the clause everybody in the office has left early. No, 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 no. No error, haven't they? Listen very carefully. Excuse me. The actual sentence, everybody subject, we have to use singular form, right? Has left early, nothing wrong with that. But when it comes to the question tag, ask a question, are you talking about one person or more than one person? Please answer the question. Are you talking about one person or many? No problem. So based on that, haven't they? Or you're new here, you're welcome. Try to answer the questions and get enriched. That's a very good question, not easy. You're fortunate more than one person. Yes, Twinkle Singh, you're right. Please go to you're fortunate in having, to having, for having, of having. Yes, Sachin, more than one person. Many. No, no, I don't think so. Here we say you're fortunate to have. That is correct. One combination. Who is this? Madhav has got it right. Question number 16. Oh, no, not off. No one has got it right. Answer is the fourth option. You're fortunate in having an intelligent and obedient son. It is not, to having is not correct. For having, you're fortunate for having, we don't say that. Fortunate of having, again, not correct. Here, you're fortunate in having an intelligent and obedient son. Answer should be the fourth option. No other option is correct. But generally, we don't say that. What do we say? You're fortunate enough to have an intelligent and obedient son. I hope you guys got it. Usage point of view, Shivam, here, usage, you're fortunate for having. We don't say that. There is something called usage. That's what I said. When it comes to this question, generally, we say you're fortunate to have nice children. You're fortunate to have such a lovely kid. That's what we say. But here, one more expression, you're fortunate in having. This is also in usage, but you cannot use to have here. Already they have given the word having. Based on that, in having something, we have to use. I hope you got it. We are highly disappointed the exam results. That should not be the case. We are highly disappointed. Yes, I think a few students have answered. They got it right. Vishnu, Twinkle, only two. Kaushar, yes. About, from, in. Disappointed with something or with someone. What? Question mark. It wonderful. Yes, Bharat, Madhav, Satyaprasad. With, you mean to say with? Yes, Shivam, that's right. Fourth option, Yes, beyond any doubt. Here it talks about an action that is going on at the time of speaking. Then we should use present continuous tense. Which tense? Present continuous. The first clause. Based on that, what is cooking? You cannot say. What is cooking? Grammatically not correct. What are you cooking? Seems right. What are you cooking? But you cannot decide. Two options, same. It, the sentence is in present tense now. When it comes to verbs related to senses, we cannot use an ing form. Here the verb is smell and the sentence is in present tense, third person singular. We should add s or es to the verb. Based on that, answer is a fourth option. What are you cooking? It smells wonderful. Perfect. Answer is the fourth option. Exactly. You're right, Shivam. We had money left, so we went out for a meal. We decided to abandon our trip as we had. This is a nice one. You got to. Who is this? No, no, please don't come up with all those names. Please reveal your actual name. Yes, wafting. Wafting. Very good, Madhav. I appreciate. Under pressure, this is a tough question. But if you read carefully without getting tensed up, can you use a few money at the outset? How come third option? Money is a concept abstract. Rupees you can count. Money you cannot count. It is abstract. No, that is not right. Please focus on the questions and enrichment. We had, you cannot, this is ruled out. Third option is ruled out. We had money left, so we went out for a meal. Means a little was there. You have to use a little. A little. Little means no. This is ruled out. You have to decide between the first one and the fourth one. We had a little money left, so we went out for a meal. We decided to abandon, leave our trip as we had no money left. Then you cannot say a little money. No money means little. Based on that, answer is a fourth option. A little and little. No, no, answer is a little, at least some. Little, almost nothing, hardly anything. Negative connotation. Yes. On Tuesday, it is a carnival. Everybody gets dressed up in a fancy costume. So we will meet at John's house. He is about a couple of kilometers away. This is again not easy. You got to read very carefully. Don't be hasty. Some questions you cannot decide hastily. You got to read carefully, meticulously, understand the context. No, no, no. Please don't use Telugu. Use only English, no other language. Yes, haste makes waste. Answer is a fourth option. Yes, Shivam and one more student they have got. Now I see some more. On Tuesday it is a carnival. On that day when it talks about the time factor. Everybody gets dressed up in a fancy costume. So we will meet at John's house, which is about a couple of kilometers away. Which everybody is not correct. Where everybody, no, it talks about the time, not the place. When is correct. But John's house, where is about, not correct. Which is about. Answer. No, no, I told him not to use Telugu. I will not respond also. That's very good. But request, don't use any language other than English. And please focus on the questions. Every second is important. There are so many candidates who come here. For them, time is precious. We should use every second for towards enrichment. Not we should not go off the track. Students are not prepared. Prepared for what? Yes, Kaushal, Twinkle, and Vishnu. That's right. Daily quiz. Not prepared for something. That's what we say. Students are not prepared for that kind of question. Not prepared for something. Appropriate preposition. Please go to question number 22. Communism and socialism have always the sermons of economic equality preaching. What sort of names? Time is wealth, wealth is money, hence time is money. If you go to the Western countries, that's what they say, time is money. Preaching, yes, preached. Always said, no. Instructed, no. Obeyed, not at all relevant. What is the appropriate word? Preached. Preaching is, it goes more with religion and philosophy, doctrine, whereas a subject we use the word teaching. Robert, Ali of his support, assured, ensured, insured, assured. This is an easy one, should not be that difficult. One reading you should be able to. Yes, assured, assure someone of something. You cannot use a verb this form. Ensured, no. Insured, not at all relevant. Assured someone of something. D is the answer. Not the third option. No, no. Fourth option. The students are told to these words in the dictionary. Oh, you have changed your name. You are very smart. Yes. Here the clue dictionary. Then you don't say look down, negative connotation. Look into, not correct. Look after, take care of someone, not correct. Look up, these words means search and find out. Yes, that's right. Look up these words in the dictionary means search, find out the meaning. Look up is the appropriate phrasal verb. We should go doing more good than harm. This could be difficult for some students. It goes with a standard phrase, a phrasal verb. No, no, not look for, look up. Look up in the dictionary the meaning of the word. If you want to know the meaning of the word, look up in the dictionary. Yes, who is this? Soumya Ranjan has got it right. We should go about, but it's a bit difficult. No, no, on is not. This is a standard expression go about doing more good than harm. Go about means to move. Go about is the answer. No other option is correct. That is not easy. That's what I said. One or two questions, not easy. Nothing to worry. He is addicted. Now we have questions based on sentence improvement. He is addicted to, remember the combination, alcohol and exerts, put a lot of pressure, exerts a bad influence, exert, that is a clue. It takes on. So fur is not correct. Answer is the first option. Yes, that means what? In every family, in every group, there's a bad person. What is the word for that person? You have to recollect the idiom. He is a black sheep. You all know the word black sheep idiom. The greater part of the building has been destroyed. That word you have to decide right or wrong. And here, context is important. This question is based on context. The context. Who is that? Funny dog, evil person, bad person. Here we cannot use the word destroyed, though it is correct. In English, there's something called usage, combination. And the word building, we don't use in this context destroy. Because of the word building, we have to use the word demolished. They all mean more or less the same, but appropriateness is very important. Black sheep, a person who brings disrepute to the family. You're right. This is also a good question. This is one of the best novels that have appeared this year. Which exam are you preparing for? Funny dog. Today I will take your name. Which exam are you preparing for? Oh, I'm surprised. How come? When you come across one of the basic form, you have to use a singular verb and a plural noun. Please listen very carefully. Except a few students, I think a lot of students have got it wrong. Please listen carefully. When you use this phrase, basic form, you have to use a singular verb and a plural noun. One of the students is absent. One of the managers hasn't come today. But when you use phrases like one of the things or one of those, one of the things that, or one of those, then you have to use a plural noun and a plural verb. Based on that, answer is no improvement. This is one of the best novels that have appeared this year. The best novels that have appeared. It is one of them. So that have appeared, that goes with best novels. That is plural. So we have to use a plural verb. Oh, preparing for CGL on Saturday. All the best. That's good. That's what I said here. This is one of the best novels that this is the most important thing. Best novels that have appeared this year. And this is one of them, one of those. I'll give one more example, then perhaps you understand. In many exams they've given, she is one of those students who is interested in the subject. Answer my question, is this sentence correct or incorrect? Yes, you're right, funny dog. Please answer this. She is one of those students who is interested in the subject. Many students think this sentence is right because she singular, is singular, verb should be singular. But this sentence is wrong. Why is it wrong? Here, who this clause is related to those students plural. We cannot use a singular verb. Same pattern, the given example also. I hope you guys got it. She's one of those students who are interested in the subject is correct. Antecedent, exactly, plural. Not easy. You have to know all the three rules related to one of the. You're abstain to speak ill of others. Exactly, you're right. Same pattern they have given that question. You're abstained to speak. The verb abstain takes a preposition from. How many options? How many options have from? Only one option. That is the answer. Save your time. Abstain to not correct. To not correct. To not correct. Answer, Raj. Answer is obviously abstain from speaking ill. That's right. The price cannot be quoted except we are allowed to examine the sample. Here you have to decide whether the word except is right or wrong. If it is wrong, one of the options. The price cannot be quoted except we are allowed to examine the sample. At the outset, you cannot use the word except in this context. So you have to choose one of the three. Yes, answer is unless. Very good. We have to use the price cannot be quoted unless we are allowed to examine the sample. Only then we can, otherwise we cannot. Pranam, who is this? Saurabh Sinha. Please go to question number 31. This is rather easy. If I hadn't seen the car coming, I might have been killed. This is easy, not at all difficult. Very good. Who is this? Aman. Here, if I hadn't seen the car coming, if clause past perfect, no problem. Generally, we use would, I would have been killed. But this talks about a past possibility, which is a guess. In some context, we also use might, we also use could, but generally we use would. Based on that, no error whatsoever, no improvement is the answer. Very good. If you can afford a new car, your business must be looking up what is the appropriate word. And there's every sentence you have a clue. What is a clue for you? Business. And based on that, you have to select the appropriate word. If you can afford a new car, must be, it talks about a deduction about the present, not the second option. Business, improving is a simple word. Increasing. Business, we use the word flourish. Flourishing business, a typical example. Flourishing business. There's one more combination. Thriving. You can also say thriving business, but better expression, flourishing. Flourishing is the right word. Please go to question number 33. The police would be employed at all places to beef up security. Again, the clue for you, the police. Yes, within no time, if you read the newspapers, one reading, you will be able to answer. Deploy, position. Deploy means what? To position. It goes with army, it goes with police, it goes with defense personnel. This is also a good question, but I'm sure you can answer. You should be able to. To beef up means to, it is something like informing quickly or doing something quickly. First to answer, who is that? Aman. That's very good. This is the title of a book. Remember, there's a rule. What is it? The title of a book can be singular or plural. And here it is in the plural form. Whether it is in the singular form or the plural form, we should always use a singular verb. Based on that, though it is in the plural form, answer has to be is. Please go to question number 35. He told his tale of woe with tears in his eyes. Here you have to decide whether told is right or wrong. If it is not correct, you have to choose. Recite, repeat, not correct. He was telling, told, narrate, no. Answer should be he narrated. Word, no, recited is not correct in this context. No. Narrated, narration, with tears in his eyes. Recite goes more with chanting, reciting, more with hymns, religion related, not in this context. There was little he could do to save his battered reputation. Excuse me. I don't know how many questions, more than about 45, I suppose. Exactly. It also goes with poem. You're right. Answer is the first option, salvage. Same meaning, but which is a better word. Improvement based on that. Salvage is battered reputation, but usually salvage goes with ships. Salvage goes with ships usually. Question number 37. We have to respect our elders. Question number 30. Here it should be the plural form. Plural form, not singular form. Usually it is used in the plural form. Problems. We don't say problem, problems. Ships, more with ships. Property is also right, more with ships. Here, we should respect our elders. We have to. You should know the helping verbs. Have to is used to express an obligation imposed by an external authority or a situation. Should is used to advise or suggest. Based on that, it should be we should not have to, may, can, better, no. We should. My pleasure, Madhav. I think it's already 8:30. Shall I continue? We have about, I think I have brought 45 questions. Is it okay if I continue? Or shall I wind up the session? Please respond. I'm working here from, have been working here since. Continue. Very good. 12 midnight. Never use the expressions snake oil salesman. Who is that? Huh. Answer my question here. I have been working here since 2008. That is the answer. But someone has used 12 a.m., 12 p.m. Are these expressions right or wrong? These are not at all correct. You may ask why. The letters AM stand for anti meridian, not meridian, not ANTI. Anti means what? Before. Meridian means noon. AM means before noon. PM means what? Post meridian. Post means after. Meridium means noon. Now you ask yourself, can you say 12 a.m.? 12 means noon. So you cannot say a.m. A.m. means what before? It does not make any sense. Then you may ask, sir, what are we supposed to say? During the day, you have to say 12 noon. And during the night, you have to say 12 midnight. The expressions 12 a.m., 12 p.m., they don't make any sense whatsoever. They are not at all correct. We have to say 12 noon, 12 midnight. Do remember. This is again a common error. A lot of people say, first meeting, they give the hand and say, myself Rajesh Mehta. Is that right or wrong? That's a nice one. There's a rule. What is that rule? We can never begin a sentence with a reflexive pronoun or an emphatic pronoun. Not correct. I am, my name is, or I am so and so. Here I would like to tell a common error. A lot of people say, what is your good name? Is this sentence right or wrong? What's your good name? A lot of people say that. Is this right or wrong? There's nothing like a good name or a bad name. That is informal. This is Rajesh. Informal, Pavani. Informal you can say, but not in a formal situation. Depends on the context. There's nothing like a good name or a bad name. What is your name is correct. Then you may ask, so how come a lot of people say, what's your good name? That is a true translation from Hindi. In Hindi, you say, Aapka Shubh Naam kya hai? True translation, what do you get? What's your good name? But an Englishman wonders, what is his good name? What is his? He may not understand. So never say, what's your good name? Simply say, what's your name? Or may I know your name, please? Very polite. No, no, not that way. He said that he saw him last year to discuss the documents. He said, whenever you come across words like said, asked, told, warned, ordered, requested, you have to think of narration, indirect speech. And the reporting verb is in past, then here it should be one tense goes back. The tense is changed to a corresponding past tense. He must have said, I saw him last year. I saw him last year, past tense changes to past perfect. Based on that, this is wrong. You cannot use past, you have to use past perfect. Not correct, not correct. It should be had seen. No, no, we have to use past perfect. How come? Here we have to use past perfect. Have you got it? Because the reporting verb is in past. Oh, thank God it's over. Some students may think that way. That's all for today. Hope you guys have got enriched. Thank you very much for being with me till 8:37. Good night to all of you. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.